What's going on, guys? My name is Sharif, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. So, let's get into the video about the problem at Arsenal Football Club that not enough people talk about, rather than no one. Obviously, you're going to see in the background, you're going to see Stan Kroenke. That's the main topic of this video. So, it's not that no one talks about it, it's that it's not addressed enough, and people don't understand. Obviously you're going to see banners at games saying Kroenke out and stuff like that, but do you ever see anyone give valid reasoning to why Kroenke should be out? So one reason why I dislike Stan Kroenke is because if you look at other football clubs such as Chelsea and Manchester City, it's not even so much about how much Roman and Sheik spend, it's how much they clearly are invested even with their investments, if you get what I'm saying. You see, Roman is always at the games. Abramovich is always there. You can tell how much he loves Chelsea, how much it means to him. Do you ever see Stan Kroenke at Arsenal games? Just sit there and think for a second. You don't. Just to give you an idea of how much this guy doesn't care about any fans, this guy owns multiple American teams, and this is another point that I don't think people really read into. This guy owns multiple American teams, including one football team, like an American football team. This guy grew up in the city that he had his football team in, St. Louis, Missouri. He promised the fans that he'd never take them from Missouri, and guess what he did? Backstab them, moves them straight to a bigger market for more money. It just shows the character of this guy. It's ridiculous. If you don't believe the impact that ownership can have on a team, when there's numerous examples in football, let's hop into basketball for a second. The Golden State Warriors are the current best team in the NBA. In case you don't watch, the Warriors are head and shoulders the best. When their owner initially took over, I remember distinctly him guaranteeing a championship, like straight up guaranteeing a championship, which at the time was kind of laughable. The Warriors were a good team, but definitely nothing special. Fast forward 4 years later, and they've won two championships in the last 3 years. That just shows the impact that an owner can have on a team if they're actually invested in making that team better. Something that Kroenke barely ever even talks about Arsenal. He doesn't care. He was at the FA Cup final, I think. Just, take a little bit of credit. But he doesn't care. Just to give you an example, a graphic should be popping up on the screen here pretty soon, if not already, highlighting how bad Kroenke teams are. The Colorado Avalanche were the worst team in the NHL by some mile. It was not even close. They're one of the worst teams in NHL history. The Los Angeles Rams were one of the worst teams in the NFL. Not even close. They were head and shoulders one of the worst teams in the NFL. And then in the NBA, the Denver Nuggets were bang average. Absolutely average. If you combine all of their wins and losses of all these teams, these Kroenke teams, they come out to 37% win percentage. Now, before I close this video, I wanted to give a quick take on the Arsenal game, which is either going to be today or yesterday. I'm not sure when I'm going to record this video. When we lost 3-0 to Chelsea, you really shouldn't care. You shouldn't care at all. We were playing Maitland-Niles at center back and just a bunch of kids, and Chelsea are playing a pretty experienced side. It's not really that big of a deal. It's pre-season. And this is coming from one of the most pessimistic Arsenal fans you can meet. I genuinely am very pessimistic, but literally don't care about it at all. It's just pre-season. We'll see them in the Community Shield. Hopefully that'll be a better performance when we actually have a better team, but I'm still a little bit concerned about our lack of center back depth to start the season, but I'm kind of optimistic about this season if we can make one more signing or two. So that'll basically close out the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, especially comment down below what you guys think of Stan Kroenke. I'm definitely interested to hear it. And thank you.